and just a little bit of, I don't know. Someone told me once a fairy tale about Mutterliebe, but I think it's all because her mother didn't take her in the arm, yeah. Didn't hug her, and her mother doesn't like her husband, and her mother, my grandmother is a little bit of and I think she was, I don't know, would love to talk with her, but don't you even consider thinking that you could talk about feelings to anyone? Because this was another time back then. So I should think that my grandparents are incapable of trying to talk with one because they are old and from different times. I don't think they are stupid. I don't think they are mean assholes. Oh. I'm stressed. A fly flew to me and I thought it was the stinging bug, but it just was a fly. It's a life change. To get back to the video, it's a life-changing experience to recognize that now you are right. Not you are wrong, but the others. Make it fucking hard. And if you get something out what you mean, then it's of course blah blah. Don't talk stupid stuff. Just be normal. My little cousin, she has rheuma, chronic pain. Got inherited from our Uropa, grandfather. But you know, the father of my cousin is a hypochonder, and he would overreact to everything, and so she must have no pain and just don't want to work. Like me, I'm just lazy. And I figured out that if you play, you were mentally ill, you don't have to go to work. That's the reason why I'm struggling, of course. But I don't know. Don't think that that the diagnosis will do anything, make any change or difference. Because if something, what you can measure in your joints don't get taken serious, and just how can something that's just in the brain, did you notice that you are just in your brain? Without your brain there would be nothing. Nope. I experience with my teeth. What the fuck is going on? I'm angry and I'm sad and I want to talk with the persons who I want to say all of this to them, but if I write it, it got ignored. If I try to say it, I'm being disrupted by questions like, and do you go to spazieren? Go for a walk? No, I don't. And what are you doing the whole day? Just learning, trying to make art, trying to learn singing, trying to learn painting, trying to learn languages, trying to get my English fixed because the talking part is a little bit underdeveloped. I don't know. When I was in school, it seemed as if English vocabulary would be the meaning of the world. By now, I don't think that you are fluent in English. I think you just saying you would be understanding everything. Yeah. Or if I write something in English to my mom, the woman who forced those vocabulary into 3 children and learned it for herself in school, she can't use a translator to understand it. Isn't it ridiculous? I mean, how possibly can someone diagnose me with autism? Because not I am the one with the communication issues. I am the one going over my limits every time. And just met with ignorance. It's like, since I'm 25, everyone decided that now it's enough, now you don't have to play as if you would care. Now you can ignore. I don't know. No matter what topic I try to talk about with my grandparents, it got ignored. I don't want to give up on them because they are over 80 years old. Humans have limited lifespan, if you know. I don't want them to die without knowing me, because I'm just learning to know myself by now. It's not fair. But you know, some retired people have always things to do from 24/7, 365 and a half days a year. They have to do something else. Thank you. Okay. Bye. But I don't want to say bye to all of this. But I can't. I don't know what to do anymore. Because to a relationship, there are always two sides. I have the best relationship with myself. I can argue with myself. I can hate myself and love myself at the meantime, in the same time. But humans don't understand when I say, I hate you, but I love you. I hate that you are doing this, like you're doing this. But nonetheless, I love you. Because you don't just stop to love because someone is not what you want them to be. Do humans something like that? I don't know. And the saddest thing about everything is no one is knowing of the things I think have to be said and heard. Not because of me or my family or my problems, but because of, if everything will go on like this, then maybe humans will destroy more species. Maybe they will destroy the only Earth in the universe that's existing. Even if there are beings out there, other ones, aliens, autists, I don't know. Every single individual, every single cell will be only there for one individual thing. Then the atoms get distinct and reconnected with other shit. We are all stardust. And we all have the same parents many million years ago. And we are all brothers. And I thought we all would feel empathy and love and, I don't know, even hate or evil stuff, or, even this would be more than being ignored by everyone. Because everyone is thinking I'm stupid, insane, and nonsense. Yeah, when you interrupt every time I want to tell you something, then you got, keine Ahnung, einen grünen Brötzenflick auf Fleischküchelsoße. This goes to the humans on Earth. I hate you, but I will be open to talk about it. And if you recognize and realize and just accept for yourself that there is a flaw. Nothing more I want. I know humans are flawed by the basis, from the basis. It's I try to lose my mind. I will watch this
to have
now.
That experience that you previously thought no
cry,
one else
but
had and no one
don't
else could
cry.
possibly understand,
Your
to
eyes
have that validated and to find out other people have had this experience as well.
I'm talking about
That is
his voice because I wish my mind could simply stop spiraling about all of this. But as long as I can't tell them, it will spiral again and again and again. How to accept that someone isn't interested in a relationship with you. Just in some surface, blah, 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 but nothing deeper than, "Oh, the weather is nice today." You are ridiculous if you say sunny weather isn't nice. You are ridiculous if you complain about no stars in the night sky. Excuse me, not I'm complaining. The little turtle babies are don't going inside the ocean because they think the moon would be the city light, and so they die. And not only them. Even the fucking stinking bugs are dying inside of my home because they go to the light. And yeah, humans are advanced beings. They can make light from nothing. Just up. Wow, ridiculous. Now I'm lighting up some sadness and some hope. But I tell you something about hope. Hope is very dangerous. Simply be pessimistic so you don't get disappointed all the time. And a happy surprise is way better than every time, again and again and again, disappointment. I'm disappointed. Someone disappointed in you. I have a song part. I'm talking in music pretty often. In songs. When my words start to disappear, I start to take parts or entire songs. Then the humans listen to the song, say, nice song, Ende der Geschichte, Ende der Unterhaltung. Yes, of course. It was about the song.
In confidence, it's actually relatively easy to do, and well, for some of us, it's relatively easy to
Confidence
do.
faking.
But
that was something I learned for real while I was 12 weeks in a mental clinic with therapy and so on. But I don't learn it while therapy. I learned it by copying one of the girls. And she told in group therapy that she only was faking the confidence. And then I realized maybe I could try this. It was the first time I wasn't be bullied in school since 4th grade. I mean, the classmates found myself a little bit weird. Some of them were scared of me because I always would wear dark clothes. What's going on? It's happened sometimes that humans are saying they are afraid of me. I would never do anything to anyone. For that, I would hurt myself. Just the one punch in Leah's face. And it was kind of funny when I punched, my shoulder got dislocated, but her head made it. And it was so satisfying because she really, really was an asshole. ignorant asshole. But I understand. She got her own trauma. She got her own shit going. Back then, I put her, said, go to live with your mom. Now her mom died. She has to leave her home from her ever home, childhood home, because the apartment won't be, she can't rent it anymore because the house is so old and stuff. And yeah. And I can't give her home again. Would be the third time. And as much as I love her, she living with me would destroy our friendship, myself, and finally herself. And she has a son. The son doesn't live with her, but I don't know. If you set a child in this world, you have to be mom. Or disappear and go to adoption. Or, don't know. Put your brain, flush it down the toilet. Put the child's brain, flush it down the toilet. And hopefully the brains will rise up again in hollow Finkelhuben trees. So you can pick it and put it back and everything is fine. Or something like that.
Looking out for what's happening and trying to figure out what should I say next. When someone says, how are you? What are they looking for?
If someone asks me, how are you? I'm most often making, I'm getting around like so. Same procedure as every year, James. You don't know this. You don't know dinner for one. It's just like I'm getting around, not well, not well. Don't know. I don't say I'm fine because last time I was fine. Was some 3 years ago, something like this. And since then I'm just pushing and taking myself back up, making ridiculous shit for myself that I don't fall apart. And I'm utterly funny, but by now your own jokes, my own jokes aren't funny anymore. As long as I can't share them with someone. But one good thing happened some 3 weeks ago, I don't know. Leah, the friend who's lived with, I told of, actually got to listen to what I have said to her, and she was realizing that there is many more. Not nonsense, but substance. I mean, you are talking with someone who makes therapy with myself. I'm the shoulder to cry on. I'm the one who smashing me down or pulling me up. I know that someday I will feel home inside of me again. It's just the fucking grief I can't cope with. When friends are failing you and letting you down, it's easy to the tears are coming out of my nose. Ugh. When friends are assholes, you can hate and be ridiculous about them and make fun of them in your head and play them down because they are cowards and idiots and just kleine Hurensöhne ohne Eier. But when your cat dies, you can't cope with anger. Anger is easier to stand through than loneliness and the feeling of being let down and I don't know. And all of those vixers who just ghosted me because they thought I'm too much. I don't know. No one even could tell me what is wrong with me. And I think that the point, what's wrong is that they would want to not work any longer when they hang out with me because I do not work. And then I'm always talking about nonsense or philosophy and not about the trending topics on TikToks. Skip your brain ahead in the toilet. And you got skibbity
and trying to figure out what should I say next. When someone says, how are you? What are they looking for? And so that's why a lot of autistic people learn coping mechanisms like scripting, for example. An undiagnosed autistic friend of mine the other day, I said hello and he said, I'm good, thanks. Right? That's because like, oh, someone greeted me. Oh yeah, I'm good, thanks.
I got the song.
Like, I'm not actually responding.
I got the song that's stuck in my head. I got the song that's stuck in my head. This has to be now. This song in there. Faithless, lost under the surface. Don't know what you're expecting of me, but under the pressure of walking in your shoes. Every step that I take is another mistake to you. afraid to lose control.
'Cause everything that you thought I would be is falling apart right in front of
Just had to think of where Jess is now.
every step that I take is another mistake to you. And every second I waste is more than I
I'm not allowed to crack and break because there's not enough energy to put me back up again. I know, but I know you were just like me with someone disappointed in you. That's the sentence that's stuck in my mind. You were just like me with someone disappointed in you. And that's the circle of life. I'm smashing this one, not myself, but there's I smashed this. I want to break apart and be I want to break apart when someone I trust is next to me. Someone I trust that I won't be falling, or even worse, pushed down the abyss. I can't put this on YouTube. Lächerlich. And I want so deeply to stand above all of this. But I think deep inside, every child wants to be loved from his mom. And every creature on this earth has a mom. And I want to be a mom. But how to be a mom while you rely on unhealthy stuff? You can't be pregnant when you need cannabis to get your thoughts. And I would be able to get my thoughts if there would be anyone who helped me listen to me, so that they don't spiral around because no one wants to hear. And I don't want to imagine how every single being must have felt in the past, where there was no YouTube, where there was nothing of this. Where what could you do? Go to a self-helping group, or I don't know. Of course, back in the time, you just could go to army, could go to war. Oh, I forgot. It's nowadays. Still. Same old theme since 1916. And in your head, Just zombies fighting and arguing and spiraling out of control.
I'm responding to my habits of what I can do to get over this situation. Now,
Spinning
this won't
around,
always be
talking to
obvious from the
myself.
outside. As I said before,
I talk
what are
and
they
talk.
looking for? And so that's why a lot of autistic people learn coping mechanisms like scripting, for example. An undiagnosed autistic friend of mine the other day, I said hello and he said, I'm good, thanks. Right?
Nice.
That's because like, oh, someone greeted me. Oh yeah, I'm good, thanks. Like, I'm not actually responding. I'm responding to my habits of what I can do to get over this situation. Now, this won't always be obvious from the outside. As I said before, masking, camouflaging, faking confidence, it's actually relatively easy to do. And well, for some of us, it's relatively easy to do, but it's exhausting
I'm
to do at the
autistic.
same time.
I
And
don't
if you
have
have
to
to put on this
anymore.
mask in front of other people, then when you
I want to
finally
be
get to go by yourself and you can drop the mask
authentic.
and finally just
Because I
relax
like it.
and do whatever it is you need to do without worrying about what other people are going to think, without having these constant demands like looking people in the eye. One of the reasons looking people in the eye is difficult is because when someone looks you in the eye, they're expecting you to know exactly what they're thinking and feeling and respond to that with your face. And that's really difficult when you're not sure what the other person is thinking and feeling or how to respond. Okay. Anyway, I've probably gone on enough with that. These were supposed to be short examples. And just again, I want to acknowledge that probably every human being has experienced some level of these things at some point in their life. But I guess the difference here, and this goes especially back to number 2, is when you've spent your whole life not being believed, to finally find people and a community that do believe you and do validate you and do say crazy things like, I understand, it's absolutely life-changing to have that experience that you previously thought no one else had and no one else could possibly understand, to have that validated and to find out other people have had this experience as well. That is why
I'm just glad that I finally understand it myself. Because this is giving me the strength of going on. Even if I feel so damn lonely. And I would be happy about any solitude. But 5 years, 6 years of being lonely. The first 3 years I was on the wrong medication and I don't remember pretty much. I binge watched every Mr. Ballin video 3 times or so. That's how I learned finally understanding fluently English. When I moved in this apartment, was just at start from COVID.